I verified the order. I've assessed the need for the procedure. I've identified the patient using 2 patient identifiers. I've washed my hands, and I'm going to apply clean gloves. I've also raised the bed to a comfortable working height and provided privacy. Since I have a transparent dressing, I'm going to measure while the dressing is still on. I'm using the measurement device or ruler on the actual new transparent dressing to measure the length of the wound. Then I'm going to start to remove the old transparent dressing. And I'm going to dispose of the old transparent dressing and perform hand hygiene. I'm going to prepare my supplies. So I'm going to go ahead and open my Tegaderm, and I'm going to open my antiseptic swabs. For this particular dressing, I'm using betadine swabs or iodine swabs, so I do want to assess the patient's allergies. After I've opened my antiseptic swabs, I'm going to apply clean gloves. I'm going to clean the wound from center to outside, starting from top to bottom. So my first swab, I went from the middle, top to bottom. Second swab on one side, top to bottom. Third swab, other side, top to bottom. For each swipe, I am using a brand new swab. I don't want to keep reusing the same swab, so that I'm using the technique of cleaning from inside to outside, from top to bottom. So I have my transparent dressing, and I'm going to put it on my wound. I put this one on diagonally just so that it would cover the entire length of the wound. You also could use 2 smaller dressings, but you do need to cover the entire wound. And I'm just going to remove the outside part of the dressing. And on that paper that I just removed, there's a label. I'm going to put the label on the patient's bedside table, and I'm going to write the date and initial it. Then I'm going to place the label on the Tegaderm, not on the wound itself, because I do want to be able to visualize that wound. After that, I'm going to discard of my trash. I'm going to perform hand hygiene. I'm going to lower the patient's bed, put up the side rails, ensure that the patient has their call light. And then I'm going to document in my chart any measurements of my wound, the color of the wound, any odors, temperature, any granulation tissue, any eschar or slough, any edema, any bleeding, any odor that I might note, and the patient's surrounding tissue. I'm also going to document the date and the type of dressing I used, and any pain medication that was given prior to the dressing change.